colonialism, your bigotry, your Nazism knows no bounds. Shame on you. If you went to a mosque, I would be outraged. If she went to a mosque, you would be outraged. Yet you are silent today. You are condoning her behavior.
The owner of Moro Cafe, Evelyn, doesn't demonstrate ever for any of the world atrocities committed within walking distance to Israel. The Arab slave trade of Africa.
That part.
Gays being thrown off roofs.
That part.
The massacres and murders in the Congo and Sudan and Somalia. Not one time did she come and demonstrate.
Let's go.
But when it comes to Jews, she runs. She runs and blocks their place of worship.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Why were you doing that? Why were you doing that? Why were you doing that?
You, my family dates back to the line thousands of years. Dare you attack? You can't call me a colonizer.
So we don't want to do this. Deep inside, we forgive you. We forgive our enemies. Apologize. Apologize. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Jews are indigenous to Judea. Jews are indigenous to Jerusalem. No.
She's a racist. She's a racist.
That car at the end was kinda crazy. Jewish Americans protest outside of a cafe in West Hollywood after the owner refused to serve a Jewish customer and threw him out because he was wearing a kippah.
Oh my god, oh my god.
The owner of the Murrah cafe stood outside as Jews protest against her anti-Semitic business chanting shame. I mean, it's kinda wild that you can't help specific people just because, hey, they're Jewish.
Don't support Nazis, guys.
I cannot buy coffee.
Why?
Because I have a kippah. The owner should say I cannot buy a coffee.
Why?
I don't know. Because they recognize I'm Jewish.
You want a coffee?
No, the owner should say.
Why?
Who's gonna decide? You gonna decide or the owner gonna decide? Who's gonna decide? You or the owner?
Why is he prohibited from buying coffee?
Who's gonna decide? I'm sorry. I have a question. Who's gonna make the decision? You or the owner?
Please just get off the phone.
Okay.
Why can't he buy coffee? Why can't he buy coffee?
I have a keeper.
Oh, you got him on? Wow. This gentleman right here buy you a coffee.
Take it.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you.
See, man, you need to stand up.
Truer words have never been spoken.
More often than not, of all the relationships that you've had, do you end the relationship or does the guy?
I've ended every single relationship.
What about you?
I've also ended every single relationship.
How many relationships have you been in?
3.
What about you?
3.
What about you?
Mostly me.
How many relationships have you been in?
4, 5.
This is so wild.
What about you?
I've ended them all, I think like 5.
I've ended them all and I've only been in 2.
What about you?
5 or 6, and only once has somebody else ended the relationship.
What about you?
75% me, 8 or 9 relationships. 4 relationships and I've ended all of them. Ended all 3.
This is mad disrespectful.
Whoa. So hold on. A typical complaint I hear from women is, why are men so commitment phobic? Why are men scared of commitment? Why don't men want to get married? All of you, it's almost unanimous,
Oh, no.
have ended all of your relationships.
Can I add
Once
something?
you get commitment, you overwhelmingly
Okay,
end
can
it.
I not?
I'm just saying, if you want to say men are commitment phobic, maybe back in the day. These days, I think it's on the opposite side.
30%.
That's 30% of all men who go to actually get paternity tested turn out to not be the father. That is mom! So out of every 100, 30 of those will not be the dad. What's your thought? Should they require DNA testing at birth?
Personally, I don't have an issue, but I know a story of a dad that tested his blood and realized the baby isn't his. She almost divorced the wife, but the wife was, I'm 100% sure I never cheated, and she tested her own blood and she realized, wow, this baby isn't even mine. They actually switched the baby by accident and they needed to adopt the other baby that was in foster care. So, in the end, you're helping a lot of people if you do.
Colonizers. Northern Ireland colonized it. You can't even get out of our country. Calling me and Irishman English now. Do you know how many wars we fought over that? Look, do what the French do and retreat and give up, okay?
There's nothing more infuriating than somebody that tells you about your culture, your race, your history. I'm like, what the heck are you talking? Stay in your lane.
You can be a slut if you have herpes.
You can totally still be a slut. I've gotten sluttier since getting herpes.
You're a demon. Isn't that weird? I'm suffering, so I have more reason to have fun. I'm like, what about the other people that you're infecting, woman?
These niggas is not playing with each other. This is a woman with no man, though. Don't talk to them women with a man. That's right. Don't talk to them women with a man. That's right. I saw mothers who were married 40, 50 years. You talking to a woman with no man. Exactly. Try and listen. Talk to me about a woman who been married 30, 40 years and let her tell me about her man, because she can't tell me about our man. Let me tell me about the men that you chose, the men that you had. Don't tell me about the men you didn't have, because you don't know those men. Because if all men were the same, all men would be doing the same. Okay. There's some niggas fucking some punks. And they want some dick. There's a lot of niggas ain't taking no dick. There's some nigga beat women, if some nigga won't dare touch a woman. If some nigga say punch, and if some nigga say, hey, homie, don't say there's women in the room. So we're all different. Yeah, we have the same chromosomes, makeup, all that, homie, but our environments, how we raise, supersede all that shit. Because once you develop a conscience, once you learn right from wrong and you got a conscience, homie, I wouldn't give a fuck what turn you on, you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give a fuck how horny you is, you ain't gonna cheat on your wife. When you develop that, you fight against your nature. You deny yourself. That's where fasting and praying come in at. You develop coping skills. You develop critical thinking skills, conflict skills to supersede your nature. That's where the morality comes in at.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
He cooked that woman up. Why are you talking about all men? I don't care about all men. Find me a woman that stayed with one man and tell me how she did it.
I need a breather too.
Talk about the good guy that she's with, not about all the men that you couldn't keep. I'm like, it's true.
I grew up in the projects. You know what my aunts were okay with? My damn cousins selling drugs so they can have leather couches and big screen TVs. They never told them not to. So these boys are doing the same thing every time a black kid goes to the NBA, NFL. What's the first thing he say he gonna do with his first check? Buy his mama a house. Oh no! So you had to be the man in the family. You had to leave college just to take care of this bitch because this couldn't give you a daddy worth of Yet when Peyton Manning got drafted, he didn't have to buy Olivia Manning a house. You know why? Because she had a thing called a husband. And every one of these black dudes, you see them, they got to take care of their mama. They got to be the man of the house because she couldn't pick one. You don't see how sick that is? It is. I became your husband. I became your savior because you picked ain't shit motherfuckers. And I beat what you saddled me with. You saddled me with an ain't shit daddy.
Hell, man. That is a lot of frustration. And I think he's right. Because a lot of mom make specific choices that they can see that's a ain't shit daddy. Introducing my dad, the man who found the strength to cut me out of his life when I refused to get sober.
Damn, Kendrick, tell us how you really feel.
Very simple. Some dads will not support the lifestyle, they will not condone the lifestyle, and they will tell you, I will always be here, but when you come here, because you're going on a path of destruction.
Let's say a girl gets with a guy. He only calls her over at 3 o'clock in the morning to smash. He does this for months on end, maybe years. And she's hoping like, damn, maybe one day he'll commit to me. Would you guys say that she's an idiot if she waits around for 3 years hoping that he's going to commit to her?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? Fantastic. That's exactly what it's like being the fucking friend zone as a guy.
I don't agree with Myron a lot, but he has a point. As a guy that has been friend zoned a lot, oh man, woo!
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear.
I I know this lady would choose a man over a bear. Why? Because she has experienced physical danger before while keeping a man.
Sick, nasty work. Ain't no way, but how can you look good with 4 doodle braids and crumbs on your lips, man? Yeah, man, you do it with no effort, man. I ain't scared. Mind your business.
And that's how you become a good parent and a very good dad. Love her with all the insecurities and make her feel sexy for things that she never felt sexy about. And tell her mother to shut up.
Whoa, wait, what?
The fact that he can do that, the mother's like, trust me, you got a good man. Don't F this up. I'll help you with the kids too.
Want to stop men from harassing women in the workforce? Just ban women from the workforce. See, that's how gun control works.
Is she wrong?
Maybe he's talking about like a dog or something.
Our husbands do this thing where they just leave a cup right by the sink. And I would think things to myself like, this is weaponized incompetence. He's doing this on purpose to make me clean up after him. He's not putting it in the dishwasher. He's not putting it in the sink. It's like a declaration that he can do whatever he wants and I just have to deal with it. It's sick. He's so torturous to me.
Oh, nigga, it's getting dark now.
And then there was one day that I was just at home kind of cleaning up some things by myself and I drank the last of my water and I just kind of in my head placed it down and I was like, I'm just going to put it here because it's kind of like, you know, if I'm done with it, I can just, it's right next to the dishwasher, I can put it there. And if I'm not done with it, it's right next to the sink so I can get more water.
Yes.
And that was when I realized my husband is not out to get me. He's just a genius. It's very different things.
Men are very simple. They just need a room, a TV, and they're already happy. If they could get a woman with a box, everybody would be living in a box. Trust me.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Durloqueta verdeta welcome.